Hi, I'm Asana, coming to you from Inner Sunshine Yoga and Wellness. Today, I'm going to teach you an intense core strengthening routine, and then I'm going to teach you how to properly cool down after that routine. Just a reminder, I always like to tell people it's not all about how you look, it's not all about building a six pack. Building a strong core is really a worthwhile investment for a lot of reasons. It's going to help you in every physical thing that you do. And if a six pack does develop on your body as a welcome side effect of doing this kind of workout, great. But that's not the sole purpose. I'm going to teach you 4 different exercises today that can be done back to back to back as a routine. I'm not going to prescribe specific numbers of these exercises, but I'm going to explain maybe how to think about that. The 4 exercises we're going to learn are reverse crunches, jackknife crunches, circle crunches, and dragon flags, all on this bench. So let's get started. I'm going to slide down to the end of the bench, and we're going to reach back behind you, right above your head, to grab the bench for support. Lifting your legs for the reverse crunch, we're going to use the lower abs to push the toes straight up toward the sky. Inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the way up. Inhaling here, exhaling here. Good. Moving on to the next exercise, the jackknife crunch. For this variation, we're going to lower the legs at an angle by tilting the hips from side to side. Notice how at the top I turn the hips diagonally and lower my legs toward the obliques. Your core is made up of a lot of different muscles that go down the front, the sides, and around the back. It's not just the rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle. So when we're done with this one, we move on to the circle crunch. It's just what I'm calling it today. So we're squeezing the inner thighs together, toes are pointing out, and on this one, it's really important to be mindful of the lower back. So try to keep the lower back from arching off the bench. So keeping that lower back pressed down, we're going to keep breathing and make big, slow circles with your legs. And of course, we're going to get an even number going both directions. Alright? And then moving on to the fourth and most challenging exercise. You're not going to be able to do as many reps of the dragon flag, but we all have to start from somewhere. So maybe you start with one. What we're doing is you're going to lift up all the way onto the shoulders, and then squeeze the entire core really tight, and very slowly, as you can, lower the body back down to the bench. Don't hold your breath. And always remember that quality is valued over quantity. So don't worry if you can't do many reps on these exercises. Like I said, everyone is starting from a different place. And so the number of reps, or the number of times to go through this cycle, is going to be different for each individual. And those numbers are going to change over time as you build strength and endurance. The main thing is that you always push yourself and that you keep changing over time, because muscle confusion and keeping the body guessing is one of the most important parts of training. So try not to get too caught up on the details of how many reps, how many times do I have to do this, and come into the mentality of how many times can I do this. And when things start to get too easy, we got to make them harder. So that's a good way to think about how those train. Specifically with the core muscles, you can work those muscles pretty much every day, and you just want to really push yourself to failure. So now I'm going to teach you how to cool down. I'm going to shift into a slower part of the video here. Cooling down is just as important as the rest of the workout. The main stretch that I'm going to teach you today is a yoga pose called Ayurchakrasana, which means wheel of life or the mother of all twists. So starting from plank position, I'm going to show you with my left leg first. I'm going to take your left thigh and make it parallel to the front of your mat. Bend both legs at 90 degrees. Then we're just going to take some time to breathe as you get ready to go into the deep twists, turning to face the short edge of your mat. And when you're ready, slowly lowering your breastbone down to the mat. And this is going to be a big stretch on the right side of the body when your left leg is forward. So the left arm wings out to the side. Right arm is going to extend on over. We're going to rest on the right side of the head. And even though this is a big stretch on the right side body, we want to be really careful to keep the left side body lengthened out as well. Good. Pulling the right arm back, let's release the twist after about 5 to 8 breaths or more. And we'll switch sides. Now I'm going to show you leading with my right leg, coming to the other side. We do the same thing. I'm going to take the right thigh parallel to the front of the mat, bending both legs at 90 degrees, and slowly getting ready to come into that deep twist. So this time you're going to be able to see my right side, which is the shorter side, because the left side body is lengthened out. But we want to be careful not to let the hip bone crunch into the ribs. So try to keep both side bodies lengthened out. Ayurchakrasana should be a passive stretch, which means that we're not fighting gravity at all as we rest and breathe into this pose. Lifting out of the pose, come back to plank. Now we're going to lower down onto the front side of your body. Coming into locust pose, lift the legs, and pull the shoulder blades down the back to open the chest, and breathe. So what we're doing with the twisting and with the locust, and then the half dog next, is neutralizing the spine. So this is half dog. It's a great place to stretch the back and rest. And finally, we can come to stretch the whole front side of the body in cobra pose or upward facing dog. So now we have a dynamic workout that we can use to build a strong core. It really, like I said, it really is worth your time to build a strong core. But I hope you'll also take the time to cool down at the end of your workouts and check in with your body and really let everything that you did integrate after your workouts. It's really important. That stretch that I showed you, Ayurchakrasana, along with those other ones, are perfect to do after any core strengthening workout. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and check out my website for more, and have a double rainbow day.